Welcome to the Middle Ageish podcast. Authentically and unapologetically keeping it real. Discussing all things middle-age-ish. A time when metabolism slows and confidence grows. Join fashion and fitness entrepreneur Ashley Badowski, former Celtic woman and founder of the Lisa Kelly Voice Academy, Lisa Kelly, licensed psychologist and mental health expert, Dr. Pam Wright, and highly sought-after cosmetic injector and board-certified nurse practitioner, Trisha Kennedy Roman. Join your hosts on the journey of Middle Ageish.
Hello and welcome to Season 2 of Middle Ageish Podcast. I'm Trisha Kennedy Roman and I'm joined here today with my co-host Ashley Badowski, Lisa Kelly, and Dr. Pam Wright. And we are excited to be back for Season 2.
I can't believe it.
Yay.
I can't.
A full year.
I know.
That's crazy.
Who would have thunk it?
I know.
So
I'm
we were
excited.
talking about before we started recording, because a lot of our good talk is always before we start recording.
Always before we start recording.
Was the first night when you guys thought you were just coming to talk about it, and we ended up recording episode 1 of season 1.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And again, I will
She
say
tricked
this,
us.
I say it every single time. Terrified.
Yep. Just turn on the mic and let's see what happens. This is Trisha.
Mean,
And I'm like,
I could have figured out a way to get out of there immediately. I would have, but my brain went on a freeze.
Ashley was like, I don't want to talk in the mic. And then the next week, hello.
Hi.
So ridiculous.
That was the beauty of it, though, as well. That's like that raw kind of everybody getting to know each other kind of thing has always
Yes.
been a recipe for success, I think, for people, because you learn about each other along with your audience.
Yeah, it's very organic.
Super cool. Yeah.
And not that like doing something like this with friends that you've known forever, that's probably fantastic too, but definitely, you learn something new about each other every time.
Yep.
And we share it with everybody.
Yes. Which is fun. That's the point.
Yes. Exactly. Right.
I'm excited for a new year. It's going to be great.
And so many fun guests. So many
I just
fun
can't even
chats.
imagine what I'm going to learn now.
I know.
No, we've got a lot in store.
That's what
yes.
that's what I am excited, terrified again. So I'm having the same emotions, just thinking, what am I going to learn new this go round?
I know, but we get to do it all in this gorgeous new space.
Oh my
beautiful.
gosh.
Trisha's new space is
I wish
fabulous.
everybody could see it. It's
so
so
nice.
stunning.
Well, they are seeing it because we're on video today.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
okay.
But they're not getting the full
The full
tour.
effect, yeah.
No, but this
Full
room is
effect.
beautiful. Yes.
It is so
Trisha's
nice.
a genius.
I mean, seriously,
Mm-hmm.
needs to be an interior decorator.
You should have been.
It's so fancy and fabulous, for sure.
I'll just stick with needles.
Okay, well,
Room, spaces.
I was like, your hobby is
I design
fantastic.
spaces.
Yeah. Oh, it's so pretty.
The color.
So
there.
pretty.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely stunning.
You
Congratulations.
did a great job.
Fabulous, fabulous
Yep.
place.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Three guys like dead.
Like, oh my gosh, is there something? Yeah.
I know. It's like,
Dead space.
Dead space.
Well, yeah, pauses are okay. Just
I
not for
always
too
get
long.
so nervous in pauses, and I don't know why.
I do that too, but I think that's part of being socially awkward too. But like,
Yeah.
I hate there to be a pause, so then you say something stupid. You're like, why did I say that?
you know what's
I do
funny
that
is
all the time.
they train us of how to sit there for forever in psychology. How to sit there forever and say nothing.
That's
Well,
not
people
very good
do-
for the podcast.
When they're just like, I don't know what to say. You're just like,
Yeah, I've often wondered about that though. With like,
But it's on purpose, and is it supposed to like get a reaction or get them to like?
just to get them to talk. I think people have a misnomer about the difference in coaching and being a psychologist and therapist. Like
Right.
we feel like you have your own answers and you have to get to the answers, and good psychologists don't just tell you always
Okay.
what to do.
yeah,
So you kind of find your own, because then you're dependent on
Yeah.
a psychologist more than just
yeah, of course.
figuring it out yourself. So
I love
sometimes
that
it's
idea.
like, but it used to be so uncomfortable because I remember sitting there and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're going to have the Mexican stare down. You know, we sit here for 10 minutes and this kid's
Oh my
saying like, I
gosh.
don't want to be here and I'm not going to talk to you. And you're just like, oh, okay, well, let's figure out something you want to talk about. And then you just sit there and it's silent, you know, but eventually people usually talk because they know they're not going to
like retrain, like train people in that. Do you know what I mean? Because they could just think you're just disinterested or you've nothing to add to it.
So I've been a supervisor for 10 years, and all of my supervisees, you'll listen to their tapes and they'll sit in 10 seconds and it's like they jump in and I'm like, don't jump in, but it's hard because you're so trained. Like if it feels uncomfortable, you just want to jump in and fill the space, but it's not always what's best in that scenario. But on the podcast, that would be very awkward. Hey, let's just sit here for 10 minutes and not say anything.
I'm literally probably the walking version of Dr. Pam's worst nightmare.
I don't think Ashley could play the quiet game.
No, I need to try.
Yeah, it would make me.
I was the kid at school that always got in trouble because I would talk too much.
No.
Shocking. I always got my desk moved up to the teacher's desk, and then I got it moved to the corner because
I'd say they moved you to their desk and then went, oh, God.
No, I mean, seriously, because then I was like, oh, hello, hi. So what made you get into teaching? Do you like math?
Yes.
And then I got moved to the corner. I mean, every freaking time.
Your shirt is fabulous.
Or could you do something with your look?
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
I remember my chair. Did you guys have the chairs that had the desk attached?
Yes.
I remember
it because I'm not right-handed. I'm left-handed, and I always had. I know.
I remember my chair being grabbed and pulled out into the hallway because I wouldn't quit talking. So I got in trouble.
You did?
Oh.
I can't imagine you get in trouble for that.
Oh my gosh! If I was most talkative in my senior, my yearbook.
No.
Oh wow. Yeah, I cannot imagine that.
Yeah.
I was really quiet.
I mean, that's why I just loved school. I loved it.
Yeah, social.
I was just
Me too.
social hours.
I was that way.
8 hours a day. And then when I got home, I probably just went to sleep because I was exhausted.
It's from talking all day.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Yep.
I know. I think they just gave me good gracious to get me out of there and move on to the next.
Oh, no, I hated school.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was in an all-girls school from the time, for high school. So it was all girls, and I hated that because I was such a boy girl.
Yeah.
I was always,
girls are difficult.
Yeah, there was no choice in Ireland.
Yeah.
It was for high school, it was all boys, all girls. It was never mixed.
So did y'all never got to combine, do dances or things with a boy group?
We don't do dances like you do dances. We had discos. So and they were away. So they're all Catholic schools in Ireland anyway. So you were never going to have a dance in the Catholic schools. So we would go to there was, local rugby clubs, and on a Friday and Saturday night, they'd have discos.
Is that like a dance?
It was like a disco. No, not like a dance.
So
not
like 54?
Yeah.
Shut
There's
up.
lots of bad things going on.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it was run by other teens. Oh.
We're all like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Should have grown up in. I always knew I should be Irish.
Oh, yes. It was, yes. It was fun.
Okay.
So are schools mixed now, or is it still all girls? All boys?
Yeah, there's a lot of schools, like a lot of public schools that are mixed, and then there's a lot of non-denominational schools in Ireland as well. So it's kind of the all girls, but the majority are still all girls, all boys.
Interesting.
Yeah. It was hard. It was hard, especially because you're primary school, so you're elementary school. So we would go from pre-K up to 6th grade. That's your primary school, and then your high school is 7th through 12th. So up until 6th grade, you're with boys, and then once you go into 7th grade, most of
gosh, when you start liking them,
junior high.
I know.
Did you guys have junior high?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So 7th and 8th grade.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it was in middle school. We just were 7th and 8th.
Which makes more sense because I think there's a huge difference between 6th grade and 7th grade, like in development with girls.
I think so.
Yeah, but now they're all kind of thrown together.
Yeah.
The school here is.
Yeah. No, it was called middle school or junior high.
Junior
That's
high.
what it was.
Yeah.
Junior high.
It was junior high.
7th and 8th.
I read about those.
Yeah.
We went to those junior high.
We went to this junior high. Yeah, Cherokee. That was my junior high.
Oh,
Yep.
very cool.
We had the same school, 7th through 12th. It was a little in the middle of cornfield. It was
cornfield.
Love
yes,
that.
but it was 3 towns combined. It was 7th through 12th grade. We had barn warming. I always thought everyone had barn warming, but apparently that's not.
What is that?
Barn warming.
It was at our barn at our school. We had a big bonfire.
You had a barn at your school?
Yeah, I mean, we were literally in the middle of a cornfield. I'm not kidding.
Oh my.
Like
Okay, we want pictures. I think that's
Yes.
fantastic.
Yeah, it was
Yeah. No, I love that.
Rawls County, Missouri.
Wow.
Yep.
I do love the fact that we grew up in Missouri, both of us.
It's very cool. We didn't have a barn.
No.
We had a convent, though.
We didn't have a convent. No.
We didn't have a con. Yeah.
We had a convent. It was very cool. Yeah, very, very cool. Cool little school.
You know, I think we've talked about it before, but I say it wrong, but the monastery.
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 Oh, monastery.
Monastery.
Oh,
The monks.
Yeah.
Have you guys been to one
yes.
here?
Yes.
Or it's like it's near.
Wait,
It's
what?
It's in
Conyers.
Conyers. It's so cool.
St. Conyers is very cool. So you can go in and visit.
And we are starting this year off great because I did not know that. So there's
I don't think you were here the night we talked about this.
Yeah.
Oh, because I was
Yes.
like, I did not know
That's
that they're
interesting.
really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I think you can even go and do
We've
like
gone
weekends.
we've gone to like the prayer sessions, and it's the
Mhm.
coolest. Like it's just a neat
do the
sound
chanting.
and-
They're amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's
I've never
really
been to.
amazing.
We've loads of monasteries at home, but I don't know if they're. I'm sure they are open to the public, but I've never been.
I didn't think that they would be.
Mhm. Yeah, you
Mhm.
can go during there. If you go on their website, even you can see like the open prayer sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Like we went up into it was an evening. It was really cool, and we went up on
Yeah.
the balcony and like listened to their prayer session. I'm sure there's private ones too, but you
Mhm.
can
Yeah.
go. There's
I
some
think that would be
public.
amazing, like energy.
It's cool. The one there, they have a gift shop, and you can
Mhm.
buy like homemade stuff, and
It's very nice.
it's really cool.
They used to have a thing where you could go for weekends. I don't know if they do, but it's like a no phone, there's only certain things that you can take with you and you stay for the entire weekend, but no phones, no nothing.
Probably just.
It's
I don't
just
mean this
a
as, like,
serenity.
fun, but heavenly.
I don't know. I think I'd die without my phone. Like I actually, even the 40 minutes that I do bar without my phone, I'm like,
Mhm.
Oh, I think I
I'm
would
very
just
touched.
absolutely love to tell
To
everybody
check out.
I am unplugged. I don't.
I think I'd go withdrawal, but I think in the end I'd feel better. Like I
As
love
long as I knew there would be a way that my kids could get a hold of us if there was an emergency. That would be the only thing. No, I would
Mhm.
love to go without my phone. Oh my gosh. That would just make me so
Mhm.
happy.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
no.
Mhm.
I want to go back to the bag phone.
Mhm.
1987. Amazing. That's what we need to do. Because you,
Not all the time, but for like a week at a time. Like if you go on a cruise and then you don't get the, internet thing and you just put your phone in the
Yeah.
safe and then you just like, no one can reach me for a week. I'm done.
I mean, it really is because I know when Michael and I went to Jamaica, we thought we had the international plan. Well, that didn't work. But it actually turned out to be, for the first hour, he panicked.
Mm-hmm.
It was just amazing.
I don't know.
It
I
can be
don't think
nice.
I think I'd have like major anxiety with it.
I think it's one or the other.
Yeah.
I think that there's, and that's okay too.
Mm.
it's so funny. We were at a restaurant the other day, and they had a phone with a cord, like a landline.
Oh,
gosh! And this little kid walked over. Look, mommy, that's what they had in the olden days. I was like, we're from the olden days.
Do any of you have a phone in your house?
No.
No.
We have a cordless landline. It's a VoIP.
Mm-hmm.
No.
But I think we got rid of ours last year. So, I hung out for as long
No.
as it took.
No, I haven't had a landline. Gosh, I think oh my God. I don't think I've had a landline since 2016. That's crazy.
That's probably about right though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's weird that people still ask you on forums, home number, cell number, and you're like, they're
Wait,
the same. What? Why are you asking me that? No.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Mhm.
I don't know, but not surprising that I don't like technology. So
No.
I would,
But like some of the things you can do, like I can track Scott's flight. I know when he's on the plane, when it's landed, if he's
No,
delayed.
yeah.
Like those kind of things I think are pretty amazing. When you think
That
about
is-
the time you used to go out to airports and just wait for people to arrive. And you wouldn't know if they made their flight or if they were on their flight or
Right,
they were just
or they're-
standing randomly.
That's
I remember
true.
waiting at an airport for about 4 hours for someone and not knowing that they were delayed.
okay. Yeah.
Like standing there, that wasn't that long. Well, it was about
Okay, that's
5
true.
years ago.
And I will say track your bag.
Oh, where they send you a picture. Do we have your bag?
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
amazing.
I will tell you that is the one thing that I love about technology in all of its greatness is that I can track my bags.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool too.
Mhm.
That's nice.
I don't know what I would do if we were pushed back and my bags weren't on. That could be a little complicated.
Where is it?
That could get a little complicated.
Mhm.
Luckily, I haven't had that problem, but it does make me, I will say, when we are on the flight, sitting there, maybe having a glass of Chardonnay, I am watching my phone.
I got my bags.
And then as soon as that last bag comes on, because we all know that I travel with a ridiculous amount of luggage, when that last bag clears, I'm like, now we can bring out the champagne. This is amazing. Let's just make this flight a party.
You just want to make sure you don't have a connection anywhere.
Atlanta, it's hard to get a connection. Now, granted, we don't fly overseas that often. And I like places that it's attractive.
Yeah. No, I get it. Oh my gosh, I get it.
So we luckily, knock on wood, we haven't had play with the connection.
For the amount that I've traveled, I actually have only lost my bags maybe 3 times. That's not too bad.
That is true. That's actually really good odds.
Three times. Max.
Did you get them back, or were they like?
Yeah.
lost?
No, I got them back. Yeah, no, I got them back, which is always fast.
Was it like 3 days late?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is like, it was a nightmare because the last time I was in Dublin, I was only there for 5 days.
You're like,
Wow.
Yes, that was annoying. But but I've only lost them about 3 times, which is pretty good.
that's amazing. That gives me hope because I
tracking
really
them definitely is better.
it is like you
Tracking
just
is-
you just have that sense of security.
Yeah, because I feel the same about my kids.
Well, I was gonna
Track
say,
the
I need
kids.
that with my kids is where I love technology.
Yeah, Life
And that's
360.
Life 360. Although I will say that we did release Steven, my oldest, from Life 360 unless he's traveling like crazy places, and then I like for him to plug back in.
Yeah, Kian takes his off sometimes. I'm like, oh, just turn it on.
Trey does that.
He's like, no, you're a stalker.
Well, and I was like, well, do I not still pay your bills?
Exactly. That's true. Good point.
So,
I don't
mean,
pay Kian's bill though.
Okay, well, this is just for Trey because, like I said, Steven, we have released my hold. I mean, he is 26.
Oh, wait.
It's time.
He's
time to fly free.
He's a big boy now. So the baby, on the other hand, and he's probably the one that I need to track the most.
Right.
And he would even probably admit that.
Yeah. It's just the peace of mind. I mean, I'd love to sneakily put it on my parents' phone.
The
So I know where
crazy
they
thing
are.
is, okay, so there's a funny story. So back in, Trey was still in, I don't even know if was he in middle school, maybe freshman in high school. And they had gone, tell me if I've repeated this story before. Speaking of like,
We won't
freaking
remember
out.
what is the word we are? What's the old word?
Dothery.
Dudley.
Yeah, all right, so just say that out. So they had gone to Myrtle Beach
Okay.
for a football camp. And my youngest does have a tendency to sometimes not make great choices. He's never been arrested, thank God.
Thank goodness.
But he's got some amazing guardian angels that I had some amazing guardian angels. He does too. So when we pass, they're going to be like, we tap out. Like, we're retired. Like, we're done.
Yeah.
So for whatever reason, Michael, my husband, was down there. I wake up in the middle of the night, which hardly ever happens. And I look at my phone. I'm like, I'm going to see. So it showed Trey in the middle of the ocean. I lost my mind. I mean, couldn't get a hold of Michael at first. It was probably like 2:30 in the morning. And I was like, he's been kidnapped. That's what's happening. He's been kidnapped. He's been dumped in the ocean. I knew this was going to happen.
Oh, no.
And to get to Michael, I mean, calling the desk of the condo, like literally repeat of Michael, finally got him. I was hysterical. I was like, he's been kidnapped. He's been dumped in the ocean. That's when I found out that sometimes Life 360 is not always accurate. It's
Sorry, before you go on, can you please tell people how tall Trey is? Who could have kidnapped him?
well, no, okay. So Trey now is 6'7".
Okay.
But back in high school, you guys, no, he was little. He
Okay,
was
what's little to you though?
maybe like 6'1".
That's
Okay, but you guys, I'm 6 feet. My husband's 6'5". 6'4", 6'5".
Okay.
We'll leave it at that. My oldest is the exact same, so 6'4", 6'5". So, but Trey, he was supposed to be like 6'8" when he was little. That's what we had been told.
Yeah.
So then obviously he didn't get his growth spurt. And so
We gotta quit talking about growth spurts here because I was 4'11". So I've never hit my growth spurt.
right. So it's all relative. I totally understand that. But yeah, so like 6'1", scrawny. I mean, 1,000%. I was like, he's been kidnapped. He did something stupid.
No.
He like pissed off some kind of person and they just kidnapped him and dumped him in the ocean. So I finally got to Michael. He had to go find Trey in his bedroom, banging on the door. He was like, oh my God, maybe he's not there. Well, it was 2:30 in the morning. Both boys were asleep. Trey's like, what is happening? Yeah. So that is when I did really realize that there's just an area.
Yes.
It gives you a proximity.
Yes.
And because they were staying on the ocean,
He was in the ocean.
he was in the ocean.
And
You're like,
he had
no.
a room with an ocean view.
Right. But he was in the ocean. He'd been dumped.
That's so funny.
Oh my God. Guys, can you even imagine the insanity that I was in that moment?
I'm surprised you didn't get in the car and just start driving.
Oh, I was about to call the FBI. Like, I mean, we were gonna have to escalate through this. It's so ridiculous.
So funny. Yeah, it can be hard. It can be hard to navigate sometimes.
I know. That's why Trey's terrified. Like, he tries to always come off of it because he's like, she's gonna absolutely freak out. She's gonna.
But not one time that you might need to know where they are. That's always, or if they break down, so I know they can always turn it on, but you're like,
gosh. I mean, Trey and I had that conversation this past weekend. I was like, listen, I just need to know, like, when you're going different places, because he just picks up and goes places.
Right.
I'm just like, I just need that one little connection. I'm not trying to stalk you ish.
How old is Trey?
It's 23. But he's still on the payroll. He's still in college, everybody. That's my disclaimer.
Yeah. I'm still paying your bills.
Fair.
So
I know.
Pay your bills, I get to know where you are.
Yep.
Yeah, I do think that that's fair.
I think it's fair.
I agree.
Yeah. So he's still in college and yeah.
That's fair.
Right. So there's that.
There is that. And then online shopping, which, like, what would we do without our phones for online shopping?
That's true.
Okay. That is a
You have to have that.
Yeah.
But I actually probably don't need it.
Oh, yeah, I know. But there is, oh my gosh, the instantaneous gratification of going, I'm going to buy that now. Like, it's unreal.
You know, I sleepy shop. Like, as I'm falling asleep, I'll play relatives on Amazon.
Yeah.
And then one time I woke up in the morning, it said I had ordered a whole desk set. I was falling asleep. I remember looking at it,
Right.
but I guess as I was falling asleep, so I was able to cancel it. But yeah, sometimes I get stuck as I kind of was scrolling as I was falling asleep.
Or drunk eBay.
eBay.
I don't do eBay anymore.
I don't. No, unless I'm looking for something that is discontinued. That's the only time
That's
I'll
what I
kind of
do too. Yeah.
If I have
That's
like
a
a
good place.
candle I like, or that I found at TJ Maxx and then I can't find it anywhere else, I'll check eBay. I'll always check eBay. And then I'll go to Etsy maybe. But that's the only time, as if I can find something, I'm hoping somebody else is trying to get rid of it.
Yep.
But I had a friend who ended up buying a diamond ring on eBay when she was drunk. And she was like, they're not going to beat me. They're not going to beat me. I'm going to bid higher.
Oh,
It's
no.
dangerous.
That is dangerous.
And not even just with drink, for whatever reason at night. I don't know what goes on with my brain, but that's one of the things that I'm really trying, although I failed last night. I ended up buying do you guys know Good American? Okay, I'm not a huge Kardashian fan. Okay, just FYI, but it's one of the sisters. But it was this beautiful black blazer and like these like skinny jeans. And I was like, I woke up this morning and like, oh my God, I actually hit buy. So I have this entire outfit coming. And like, I need to not buy, like I need to get off all types of retail situation at night.
Yeah. Retail therapy at night.
Speaking of retail, let's do our Fab Finds.
Oh, yes.
Little segment.
I
I had to think about it. Because last thing I got was what Lisa told us about last week. That's Nike. What is that?
Il Maquillage.
Yes.
We were laughing at you because you were like, I have nothing good. And I was like, you have to have good things.
I was like, you have the best.
Yes, come on.
I mean, to be fair, your beauty finds probably went into your interior design because there's some very beautiful
Very
pieces.
true.
1,000%.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes when you're distracted, you deal with beauty all day.
That's what I do
every
all day. So yes. Yeah.
I'd be the same with music. It's hard for me sometimes to kind of find music or like, because I'm like,
So when you leave, you're just like, I'm done.
yeah.
And then turn off from.
Okay, well, what Fab Finds have you got?
Okay.
Oh, who, me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
We didn't set a limit.
I know. So I have a little I'll do it super fast. Okay. So I am one that loves a good dupe for something like one of the big, a pricier thing.
Yeah.
So I absolutely love Tarte eyeshadow palettes. Love them for years.
Those are good.
I have found the best dupe for me to Tarte. You can get, it's called Color Pop. They have like all these different colors. The eyeshadow, like the consistency is so much like Tarte, and it's like a fraction. You get this at the like Walgreens, Target.
Deja Brew.
Yeah, so I mean, like you can.
That's a cool name. Deja
Yeah, so like now this one's gonna have like darker, but then look, all of you. Well, you can all see. I love. I love all the natural.
Nice.
Guys, it's amazing, and it's just like for a fraction of the price, and literally the eyeshadow consistency is the same. My favorite thing. I know, I get so excited. Everyone knows that I love a good spray tan.
Yes.
Okay. But have you ever like had a spray tan and but you've got sleeveless or you're wearing like shorts, whatever, and you just want your skin to be completely flawless?
Yes.
Okay, guys, this Westmore, fantastic. You just put it on your skin like that. Okay, the brush is like crazy.
Okay, let me have it down.
I know we're all like, we
So
love
look at
some.
this.
arm, Ashley.
Oh, here you go.
No, you just take care. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you a little
Yep.
bit.
You guys, it literally takes all the flaws out of your skin. Okay, so this brush, it needs to be cleaned.
Okay.
You just take it and you do this. Now, obviously, this is when I usually have like my spray tan on. And
Ooh, it's lovely though. Even if
Oh, wow.
I mean, and they come in different shades. Guys, it is like the
I'm
ball.
gonna
Does
take
it
a
rub
picture of
off
that
on
one.
No.
or anything?
I mean,
So it's called Westmore Beauty.
Yeah,
With-
Westmore Beauty. And it is lasting effects. I am telling you guys, like when I was at the wedding this
I
New
love
Year's
that.
Eve weekend. So like I had my spray tan, but you can just, your skin, like, I don't know, like it just gets imperfections. I took this,
Love
I
it.
did it, and you just buff it all around.
Cute.
And like you have, there's nothing. There's
That is
no wrinkles.
amazing.
There's no
That is very
dimples.
cool.
There's no nothing.
Do you order that online? Golden Radiance.
Yeah,
Where do you order it from?
I did it from their website.
From
but
their website.
Yeah,
Mhm.
fantastic.
Wow. Love
So
it.
anyway, yeah, some of my faves.
You had like 3. I
Oh,
brought
well, I've got 3.
you brought 3. Girl, have you more?
Okay, who loves Laura Mercier
I love that
translucent
Yes.
powder?
Yeah,
As
that
you
is
can
so
tell,
good.
I love it. It is my staple for sure. Always, forever.
Wow.
Yeah. So those are
I
like,
love some Laura Mercier.
she's amazing.
She really is
amazing.
good.
Yeah. And I used to do it with like the beauty blender, but I actually love these like little triangle things that you get from like Walgreens or Walmart. Just
Cute.
I always use a brush. But yeah, that's cool. I always use a brush, but I have
Oh,
guys
yeah.
brush too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
anyway, those are some like things that I just have to.
I like them.
But you guys, I'm telling you, this one right here.
That's for the win.
I mean,
Mhm.
and like I
love
said,
it.
you'll get like a different color because I mean, again, I did this one because I'm usually with a spray tan on, but
So nice.
I like that.
everyone will think your skin is just.
Flawless.
I know. So anyway, those are my.
Beautiful. Wow.
Like, so what's in your crap bag?
In my crop bag.
I know. I love that.
I love that.
I want that.
So
you know,
cute.
this is from friends.
Yes.
And I want that in my
Crop
bag.
bag. So my
Yeah.
son Jack bought me this. Okay, so I brought like my essentials. I actually didn't go down the makeup route. Well, I did for one. I actually I'm full of the things that like. So many. Okay, so this is what we were talking about last week. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
what I made you all
Yes.
buy last week.
I'm
so this is the
excited.
Il Maquillage.
ordered
And
it.
it's like a skin tightener for under your eyes. Now, I did find after I've been wearing it a bit, as I was saying to you, I know you said, oh, this wasn't on air last week. It can sit a little bit into the creases of your eyes and make them a little bit more pronounced. So you just need a teeny tiny bit.
Teeny tiny.
Okay, so that's it.
I love that.
This is my most prized possession. This is my tweezer mouse.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I love it.
I love that.
So I will always have a tweezer.
Mhm.
Right.
So
okay.
what's it called? Tweezer Man?
Tweezer man.
Tweezer Man's the best.
Yes. And they have a
Yes.
lifetime guarantee and you can send them back. And
They're
they sharpen
perfect.
them and they have all different kind of blades and stuff. I always lose them.
Okay.
So
I
have
can
that.
love that.
Okay, so for your red cheeks, because I have really red cheeks, as everyone's going to see. So this is CC Red Correct it's a Korean skin therapy. And
Okay.
someone else recommended it online and it is literally the best thing.
So you just put
Because-
that with your
Yeah.
your daytime, like your.
well, I put it on at night going to bed because like
Okay.
as soon as I take my makeup off, my cheeks are like, so I use this and it doesn't make you green. You know the way you put
Yeah.
it on. This
Yeah.
is a lovely cream. You can all try this actually because
Where'd
that's
you get that?
really nice. I bought it online.
Okay.
It's Herborian Korean skin therapy.
Nice.
I literally like my favorite thing. And then for eyelashes, this is my lash boost from Rodan and Feels.
You told because I've asked you about your lashes before.
Literally
Okay.
the best thing. Can make your eyes a little sore, but no pain, no gain. This is number 7 from Boots in the UK. So this is the moisturizing foundation that I wear all the
I've
time.
heard really good things about number 7.
Mhm.
Number 7 is excellent. They
Yeah.
have a Protect serum as well that they use. That I don't use serums that much because, but I love this Hydroluminous, and then Laneige lip.
Oh,
balm.
yes.
That's good stuff.
I have that. It's so
God.
good.
It's so
Mhm.
good.
I need
It's
that.
so.
My lips have gotten.
You can try it.
Oh, it's so good.
It's good. That's the best. And then I got this on Etsy. Because everyone was talking about castor oil for your face.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
I've heard about that for like your eyebrows and stuff when you want them to like.
And for your hair, I've heard of hair, everything.
Well, we all know that my hair
And
is
to induce
manufactured.
labor. Did anyone know that?
Wait, what?
I didn't know that.
Castor oil to induce labor. I'm not recommending that, but I do know.
Never heard that.
And then my last skin thing is this Good Molecules overnight exfoliant.
Oh,
This is literally the best stuff I have ever used, and it's like $7.
Really?
Sorry.
and that's what I love. I love.
So you put it on at
You put
night.
it on at night. Now I only use it 3 times a week, and I literally wake up in the morning and my skin is like super clear.
Wow.
Yeah, and then because I can't be without this, it's my L'Oreal root spray. Because I'm so white. So this makes this
You're like dying.
You gotta have
dark
it.
roots.
All right, so this is the bag that you will make sure always makes it onto the blind.
Always. Yeah, now if I had more time, I would have put my cleanser in there, which is also Good Molecules cleansing balm. But like I literally feel I could live my life, and I could probably pass on this, but
You better
this is
not. I just
excellent
ordered
fun.
that and
Yeah,
3
no, I'm
others.
just saying like for like every day.
Yeah, so like that is the holy grail.
That's
of
the
prep bags.
holy grail. Yeah, as I said, I didn't put in cleanser to take off my Hydroluminous, but I would use Good Molecules cleansing balm as well.
Do you double cleanse?
What do you mean double cleanse?
Like I'll do like there's a balm we have here I really love, and
Like
I'll
the
do
oil?
oil first,
Oh,
get my
yeah,
makeup
yeah.
off, and then I do a foaming wash.
Are we supposed to do that? Because I've got that, and then it's like I do love SkinCeuticals. I mean, that's just. But I mean, I've got the oil, but then I've heard that you're supposed to do the oil and the cleanser, and I've just never done
You just
it.
want to get your skin, cleansed
So
really
do you
well.
think
So
that the oil does it do a good job, like taking off your makeup, or
it depends. But I mean, obviously there's different qualities, but
Yeah.
there's a Zia one I love. It's a balm that I do first. I don't wet my face
Right,
at all.
right,
I'll put
right.
the balm on. I just feel like it breaks up my makeup, and
Oh,
then
lovely.
and it's your skin feels really soft. Like when I get home, I'll do that and get rid of the makeup if
Yeah.
I wear makeup, and then I do a foaming face wash because it's not
Yeah.
enough, and then it makes my skin feel so good. I'll
Gonna
do
have
it
to
again
try.
before I go to bed.
okay, I'm gonna have to try that because I have
No.
heard that,
It's very
and that's
hydrating.
not been what I've done. Like I'll do the foaming cleanser in the morning, and I do the oil at night. So
I need to get a good foaming cleanser. I find them really drying on my skin. So,
We've got to really go in here. The oxygenating.
Ooh, that's what I need.
Yeah. I'll cook you up.
Yes. She'll hook us up.
Please.
I'll do that. Okay.
All right, I
I
came
love
up with
it.
my find.
You came
I
up
love
with
it, love it, love it.
Yay.
I said this. So it's called Guts. I told everyone it was Goop, but it's Guts.
Oh.
Yeah, have you used this?
Not that one, but I
So
love
I
Weight
love
Lifter.
this. Yeah.
Mhm.
And you can do it. I do it like just at my crown and kind of, it really gives you a lot of volume.
Is it before you dry or
So
after?
before you dry, but if like you want to do like a little fluff up, you can do it and then just kind of blow dry it.
Oh, like a
So
dry-
when your hair is dry, you can do it too.
Oh, I love
nice.
I really like this.
Redken.
Yes, Redken Root Lifter. Guts.
There used to be a gorgeous one called Halo Root Lifter as well. And that was magic. I don't know if they still sell that anymore, but that was the last root lifter.
I'll try that one
It's
for
hard
sure.
to get a root lifter.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes.
Love Redken too.
So you usually use it wet, but then you can use it dry if you need to.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's all
your
I got
one
for you. I did beauty all day long.
She said,
I do all day
So
long.
I'm trying 2 new things, but we'll see how they go. So one is the red light, because everybody's talking about red light.
Okay.
So I researched what they need for the NV or whatever. There's different like penetration levels for your face. So
And you do
I
this
did
at home, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I ordered the current body, and there's one that's the face, and this sounds weird, but there's one for your neck.
Yeah, no, I've seen
So your neck, and it like comes down on your chest a little bit. So it's like a for your neck and chest. So it's like 10 minutes. So you do that in the morning. And then the Zip Halo, which is like a microcurrent, but it's kind of like have you ever heard of New Face? You know, that little machine that's got the
Yeah.
little tube. It's kind of like that, but it's like faster, and you just do it across. It's supposed to give you more like lift and define.
Oh.
So I will tell you how it goes, but I like the Zip Halo
So
so
the
far.
red light, is there heat in it?
No, nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Have you, what's your,
We have. I mean, we
Yeah.
have it here with some of our procedures. Our esthetician does.
Yeah.
There's some benefits to it.
I mean, my
Sure.
thing is like it's 10 minutes. So 10 minutes and then 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So you do it at the same time. And then this is only like 4 minutes, I think, each side. So it's kind of like easy.
It'd be like
So we'll
Joan
see.
Collins when you're 90. Did anyone see her the other night?
No.
Oh my goodness, she was on the Emmys the other night.
Really?
She is 90 years of age. There is not a wrinkle on her face.
Well, did you see Dolly Parton?
Oh yeah, Dolly's
All right.
fabulous.
You know,
Yes.
I love Dolly.
I love Dolly too.
I
She's
love how she
fabulous.
said if it's there, you nip it, tuck it, recycle.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Organ and plastic
But-
surgery. I agree.
Yeah, you're like, yes. She's
She's-
always said it's it's cost a lot of money to look that cheap.
You know who else is
And
on there,
I
though?
just love her. I think she's amazing.
Priscilla Presley. Did you see her?
Oh, I didn't see her. No, was she there?
Yeah, she was
I didn't see
on
her.
all the shows had her on with her.
Oh, because her
granddaughter.
new memoir is coming out as well.
Mhm.
Wow.
I was like, wow, these people have done work, I'm sure. But they look great.
They look incredible.
Mhm.
Carol Burnett was on as well. Well, I couldn't get over with Joan Collins and Carol Burnett. Like, they're both 90. And they're like poker straight as they walk.
Oh.
Like, whatever about their faces looking amazing.
Yeah,
and
but the
their bodies.
posture.
But the posture, like they were darting across
Wow.
the stage. It was incredible. Incredible.
And heels.
I don't think Carol Burnett had heels on, but I'm sure Joan Collins did. But like she didn't even have wrinkles down her neck.
Yeah.
And you could see
So
like
how do you do,
Yeah.
is there like a
Well, that's-
neck lift or something?
That's what I'm
gonna
asking
do that
you.
this year.
Okay, so
I'm gonna
here's
do
the
lower face and neck.
So how come you see some people who are like that and they look amazing, and then you see some people and they look like a weird cat attack their face or something? You know what I mean? Like they're puffy and they're
Same
like
reason
weird
with
looking.
What I do, you have people that look good. And you have people that look bad. It's
So
all
what do
about-
you look for if you're someone who's middle ageist and wants to look for surgery?
I would do multiple consults, and I'd look for before afters from that particular surgeon.
wow. I saw the other day, I'd never heard of this before. Scott got a new tattoo and they were all talking about this in the tattoo place. Is it buccal?
Buccal fat pad.
Buccal fat pad removal.
Wait,
People-
what?
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, some people need that, but I think people overdo it because as you age, your face is gonna,
Cracks.
but you're gonna start looking gaunt there. Like I think that
So is that because of lines like here, your nasophabial folds? No. What does that have to do with then?
so you know that look of having like the hollow.
The hollow. Mhm.
But I'm not a huge fan of that one. I think it's overdone. I mean, there's some people that I see that they have just a really pronounced buccal fat pad.
Yes.
But I feel like it's done overdone.
I was
And
looking at a
then-
whole bunch of before and afters, and you could see some people were like,
Oh my gosh,
it actually worked, but they were, I know it's looked jowly kind of beforehand, but then other people just didn't look better. I was like, oh.
Well, because your deep fat pads as you age will atrophy, right? They can become thinner.
Mm-hmm.
And so your skin is everything's starting to come down, and then you
Right.
take away the fat there. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, there's sometimes I think it's
Yeah.
good. I think that became the one thing that drives me nuts in the office is everyone comes in with Instagram or TikTok fads, and it doesn't fit everyone. And so I think that became a fad. And so a lot of people have done it. And some people, I mean, that's where you get a good surgeon. Like our plastic surgeons in our group, I mean, they'll tell you no, but something that they don't think
Right.
is best for you. You
Which
know,
is
It's-
amazing.
which is, I mean, I'll same thing with me with injectables. I'll send people away if I don't think that's the best thing for them
Right.
just because they saw it on TikTok or if they,
Mhm.
but it is, I mean, I see people come in who have been way overdone somewhere else. So it's all about to just,
Right.
Will you explain to people what you told us last week about, because I thought that was fascinating, about what filler actually is and why people use filler?
So I don't know if we were talking about that last week.
Yeah,
but-
I did, because I went
You
home
did.
to show my mom all the fat pads.
the
and
fat
Yeah,
pads,
like
yes, yes,
It's fascinating because
Yeah.
I think people
And that
hear
lips
these
can be
words.
dissolved if it's the right.
Yes. Because if you haven't done that before, like
I
you know,
didn't.
I know,
I didn't
and we
know.
look at people and you go, "Oh, filler."
I'll have to put
And we don't know what it is.
When I post this, I'll put a picture of a fat pad. But
Yeah.
when we age, three things happen. You have bone reabsorption. So like as you
Right.
hit menopause, we worry about our back and our hips, especially women, but
Ugh.
it's all of our bones.
Right
so
here.
think about the support structure of our cheekbone, and our jawline. So I always tell patients it's like a tent pole holding up a tent, and you cut a couple of inches off that, like all of a sudden things start to droop. So that's what happens with our main support structure. And then our skin, we start losing about 1% of collagen production early on after our teens. And so every year. And so you lose that. It's like a rubber band. You've stretched so much times and eventually it doesn't stretch back. And then I was talking about fat pads. Our our superficial fat pads, they'll drop, but our deeper ones actually atrophy and become thinner. And so with all that, you start getting segmentation in your fat pads. So when you look in the mirror, and you're hitting 40s, 50s and beyond, you'll see the actual separations of the fat pads that you didn't see before. And so with filler, you can strategically place that, pick the right filler, right patient, right placement, and you can just improve that without looking like you shouldn't look at someone and say, "Oh, you've got filler there, you've got filler there."
Right.
It's not done right. Then if you can look and tell where somebody's
That's why
filler.
you're the best.
Thank you.
Yes.
So what do you still see most of? Lips, filler with lips, or?
I see a lot. I mean, really, mid face is my favorite place to do because that's when you start seeing problems under your eyes. You start
Right.
seeing that when we talk about like jowling,
I
it all
know.
this is kind of where
Yeah.
the problem starts. These are kind of symptoms. So I love that's my favorite thing to do is mid face, and then I love doing lips too.
Mm-hmm.
But I like doing lips like very
gradual.
Artistically
People are
looking.
so afraid of lips just because you see like
Donald Duck.
you don't see like the success stories because they're seamless and they don't look like it. Whatever, at least for me, I've always been terrified. I mean, I think everyone needs to do what they need to do. Like, but lips, and I mean, I have like the littlest, like little lips, and I would love to, well, 2 reasons why. I always was worried because that's what you see. You see the bad stuff, and then that they're uncomfortable when it's being injected. But I mean, I love that you do it right.
Well, it is too. Like how patients bring in a picture of someone's lips and it's not anything like their lips. So I would say, I'd like to be 5'7", but that's not going to happen. So you've got to work with your own anatomy. So I think that's the other thing too is, people will bring in a picture and someone will try to recreate those lips, but those aren't their lips. Like I want to take your anatomy and,
work with what you have.
Work with what you have. Yeah. So,
but didn't you say last week that you've never had somebody stop because it's painful?
No, never.
And I think that was news to us last week.
Yeah, that's
as well.
interesting.
So did we ask last week? I can't remember. How long, like, so when you do lips, like what's the start time to finish time? Like, are we talking, because like Botox, I mean, you'll be like
30 seconds.
You're done in 30 seconds. So like for lips.
That's when I take, like, that's the most tedious one I do.
Yeah.
That probably takes the most time because it's, a lot of like, I just stick a needle in and fill them up, I do a lot of strategic little placements. So it all depends on the lips. Like if it's someone who I've already done and I'm not really, working on structure of the lip, it's pretty quick, but probably like 10 to 30 minutes max.
Oh, wow.
So not like a crazy amount of time to be uncomfortable.
No, I mean, and it's like I said, I've never had anyone in almost 20 years say, stop, I can't handle it. But I also know I can tell if somebody
is freaking out.
Yeah, if they're super anxious, then I'll say, wait till the excitement outweighs the anxiety. Because if you're nervous, it's going to hurt more.
Of
That's
course.
true. Makes sense.
So if somebody came to you with their face and said to you, I have this amount of money, I can only do one thing to make me look better. And I know everybody would be different, but like 9 times out of 10, what are you going to aim for? What's the one thing that can make your face look completely different?
Frown lines. Frown lines. Like if you've only got, budget for one thing. I mean, again, everybody's different, but I think that when you're looking at someone, you're looking at their eyes, and if that can make just that little change in your brows can make you look happy and relaxed versus tired and mad.
Yeah.
So,
That makes a good one. Yeah, that does make sense.
It's so quick too, and it's in and out.
Can you look at people before and after, like celebrities, and see what they've had done? Can you kind of
A lot
guess?
of times, you guys always talk about celebrities. I don't really watch a lot of that. So, I mean, if I do look at someone, actually, I say that if they have someone good, I shouldn't be able to do that.
Right.
But if somebody's had something bad, then I can a lot of times tell or have a good idea of what they've done.
Interesting.
Isn't it just so crazy? Like, because, I love reality TV. And like some of these people, they do, like, they have unlimited resources, and they should have just best of whatever. And some of them it looks the worst, like the worst. And I don't understand how that happens.
I think,
or maybe is it just overdone, Trisha? Do you think, like,
or you
that's
get
what
addicted to it?
Oh, I cut people off, and I think that's the problem I see when I see people overdone. It makes me angry because then people are scared of it because you see that,
right?
And it's not. I don't think it's like ethical either. Just because I think that people can overdo it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
Makes sense.
Yeah. But you must see, like, with people as well,
Oh, all the time.
they're so obsessed with their appearance that it's never good enough. And I always kind of fear, like, if you start with one thing on your face, then you're going to see, like, problems with other things.
Right.
Like, where does it end?
You start looking more.
You start
looking
more,
at your face. Like once you've done one treatment, you start looking. People say, "Oh, I have a new mole here," and I'm like, "Those, your injections didn't cause the mole. Here it was in your previous." But you're looking at yourself more. So, but I think, like, we all know, I'm kind of like, I'm getting more and more obsessed with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Oh yeah,
I know, but I just think they're so adorable. But I look at them, and I especially her. Like, I'm so funny about a picture being taken. And of course, you get your picture taken all the time too. That would stress me out. But to just walk out of my house to go to the grocery store and have people taking my picture, that would be, I just can't, that would be so stressful. And so I would think, especially like with celebrities, they might get even more focused on their looks because, gosh, it's on show all the time.
But then it creates, like we were talking about, like, but then they overdo it, and they've actually created what they were trying to avoid, is to look bad in pictures or, or whatever.
Yeah.
I think we're more or I shouldn't say we are, I think the younger generation is more trend followers. So if something's on TikTok, you know, I mean, you can make something crazy, really popular on TikTok.
Right.
And so
It's true.
I feel like there's a lot of fads with looks that I see coming in more and more, especially the younger people
that makes sense. Yeah.
that, you know, maybe isn't the most pleasing of looks, but that just becomes a fad.
Yeah, I think with them though as well, I think as much as I hate like things like Snapchat and stuff and TikTok and stuff, they're a bit better at being themselves than we would be. So like while they will look at the pictures that they post and they'll like make sure they look gorgeous in the pictures that they post, they've no problem like being regular on TikTok with their hair all over the place. So like photos I would never take. Like I would never take a selfie of myself and send it to people. Like I just never going to do that.
Yeah.
But like they don't care about that.
You're right. They
They're
don't care.
like, no,
Which
they
is
actually
such an
don't care.
oxymoron, 'cause, like,
It's
you
so
said,
weird. It's
because
so
it's
weird.
like the absolute extreme of both angles.
Yeah.
That they always have to have that when they're in that moment,
Yeah.
they have everything filtered.
Absolutely.
But then they do have the moments when they're sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And they haven't taken a shower in 3 days. It's so true. Like,
Sorry, I was nearly losing my tweezer.
oh, we can't do that.
Sorry. Yes. Gosh. I'd be hairy now.
I mean,
But I think
We got you right under the light.
I like
your
full-on
tweezers.
beard.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
like,
Tweezerman.
let's call Scott, find out where the tweezers
That's why I
are.
married Scott, because he's like hairier than me. I had to find a man hairier than me.
But I was going to say, from what you had said, I feel like men, well, as much as women, but men even more so, are looking for, especially middle age, like
Yeah.
anti-aging, like treatments and things like that.
I have a huge amount of male. We talked about that last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A huge amount of
Oh,
male
right.
clientele now because they're looking at themselves more on Zoom calls and such.
Yeah,
so
right.
they're noticing things where we look in the mirror because we're, you know, doing our hair and
Mhm.
Right.
makeup. They don't look in the mirror that much until
Well, I think finally with men as well, they're starting to see like, so you look at TV and you see the likes of John Hamm and you look at Steve
Mhm.
Carell and you're going, okay, well, why do they look so good when they're 60? And I'm not so, I think it's finally that cycle is starting to happen for men too. That like,
Yeah,
you
for the
believe
longest
all
time that
right.
wasn't like,
yeah.
we always talked
Mhm.
about how men in general age better than women
Yeah.
do. And,
Mhm.
you know, it's just been like, I mean, because seriously, like, I think a lot of men get a lot more handsome as they get older.
They do. They
Mhm.
definitely do.
But,
Or they can get more.
Yeah,
They can get more handsome.
It can go either way.
Yes, you can go
I
either
think
way.
that's true. It could. Yes.
Both.
I know.
I just think it's fascinating. I think there's so many, it must be so frustrating for you as doing what you do and have people like, you know, go to the wrong person, get the wrong things done, and then to have such a negative connotation associated with it at times. As you were saying, like you look at people on the TV and you're going, oh God, they're so overdone. That's what happens if you get too much
Right.
Botox. That's what happens. I mean, I spent years, my dad looks at people on TV and go, oh, look at all the Botox she has. I'm like, that's not Botox.
I know most of the people are even
Yeah.
yes.
Well, that's the other thing we talked about last week too, is people on dating sites,
Yeah.
like even older dating sites, and they'll go to meet the person and they're in the restaurant and swear that person isn't there. And then they see them and they're like, whoa,
I still
wait a
cannot
minute.
believe that
What
people
happened?
do that. Because
Yes.
it's like,
Sure.
it's the
Still a
biggest
big thing.
lie that you're going to get caught in.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the dating.
Well,
like
no.
even the older people dating online, that's the big thing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
but
just-
posting a picture of you that's like 20, 30, 40 years younger or,
or
that's
like with
edited like
whatever
crazy.
filters is out there. That
I agree with Lisa's strategy of making yourself look really bad. So
Yeah,
they take you and you'll be like a
And
little
then
bit
they walk in,
bonus.
and
You're
you're
like,
like,
wow.
I just hit the lottery.
Exactly.
And
Here's me
I'm
sweaty after
right
working
now.
out. Yes.
Will you marry me?
Well, you also know though that they're not after you because it's superficial, like
And that's-
reasons.
that's
So you know,
true.
you don't look like. Yeah, no, I would definitely be
Mhm.
doing that.
That's why I love that show we talked about. What was the
Love
Love
is
is
Blind?
Blind? I think
Yeah.
that's
Oh, yeah. Love is blind. Mhm.
yeah. So you're just
None of them last.
I was going to say, do they last
I
though?
don't think so.
No.
Very few. There's a few lasted, but yeah,
It's just crazy.
it is crazy. It's a crazy world.
It is.
I do like though that people are being more honest about
Yes.
it and more honest about the work that they've had done, so that
Mhm.
other people aren't striving for that.
Yeah, it's definitely less taboo.
Oh,
Mhm.
And I
As it
think
should be.
too, I have a lot of men now because their wives bring them in because they're tired of sneaking it. So they just want to
Yeah.
get them hooked on it too. So
Right.
I have a lot of dates now where it's husband and wife come in.
I think it's
Do they
amazing.
believe
No, I think it's amazing.
Mhm.
Scott said he was going to come into you. He'll kill me now for saying that.
We're going to do before and after live.
She can't fix that. Don't be ridiculous.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah, we'll have a before and after.
Yeah, before and after.
Yeah.
I thought of another fun segment,
Okay.
but I lost my list, but it was a would you rather. So I read 2 of them today, and I thought it was like an interesting thought. So the first one was, would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years in the future?
Oh.
150.
But you're going to be dead.
I was
Exactly.
like,
Yeah,
But then
to
you'll
be honest,
to know that.
I don't know if I would want to do either one.
I'd want to
Or do you have to pick one?
buy a lottery ticket and do 10 minutes before maybe.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah. Otherwise, and like if you have to pick one, I would say for me, I don't think I could. I
See, the psychologist in me thinks like I can go back then and redo or undo.
But then you can't
That's
because then
there.
it changes everything. So I don't.
Depends.
I'm that person that's like I don't know if I would want to do either one.
Depends if you could change or not, or change it.
Oh, but see, I wouldn't want to change because if you change one thing in your past, then it affects everything else. It could be one minor thing.
It's a
like-
domino effect.
Yeah,
it
like
is.
you pick a class in high school instead of that class, and then but it changes.
Yeah. I guess
So-
I'm thinking about, family, people, like,
Oh,
don't-
yeah.
To see like, maybe great grandkids or something then. But
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like surprises, so
I
I
hate
probably
surprises.
I probably want to know like when I'm going to die.
You would,
I'd
Mhm.
really, I don't want to surprise.
gosh, I would want to know that.
Well, if
I
you
would,
talk to
Yeah,
a
I would
medium
too.
psychic,
I would
they're
want to
probably
be able to
tell you
plan.
that.
This is true.
When we do that, we're going to ask.
Oh gosh, I don't want to know that.
Oh, I was
I don't
told.
wanna be
I've only had one that told me
Really?
mid 70s.
Mid-70s.
Uh-huh.
I was told by a lady who read my palm that I was going to have dementia. So I was going to, that I was going to have, it would be a brain thing with me.
That's horrible.
That's horrible. Gosh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't want to know that. Yeah, I don't want to know those things.
I don't mind. So I plan. That's
See, that's how I
can
do
with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
No,
I lose my car keys 5 times a day, so I think I already hit that anyway.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, she was actually really good because she told me I was going to have 4 kids. Well, I was only 17 when I was older. I was 22. 20.
Oh, wow.
No, I was only about 20. And she told me I was going to have 4 kids.
And had dementia?
I had dementia.
What?
The two go hand in
So, like,
hand.
I know.
Exactly.
Yeah, she read my palm.
Interesting.
Well, and I know that we'll talk about that later on in the season, but I do think there's some that are wackadoodles.
Of
1000%.
course. And then there's other people who are
But there are
skeptical.
others that's their gift, just like anyone else has a
Yeah.
gift.
Interesting.
And when you get someone that's knows, then it can
I'm
be
here
intriguing.
for it.
Okay, I had another one.
Okay.
So I think I'm saying these words right. I still can't get monastery. That's it, right?
Monastery.
Monastery.
Yeah, if you don't think about the spelling of it.
Monastery. Okay.
Yeah, monastery.
So would you rather, if you got one gift, would you rather be telekinetic, where you can move things with your mind, or telepathic, where you can know what people are thinking?
Oh.
Telekinetic. I would move all the stuff to the laundry room.
Same. Telekinetic.
I actually would want to be.
Oh, I'd want to be telepathic.
No.
No, that would not be good for you.
There we go. I would not want to know.
I
don't even know.
I actually really would. Not
Telepathic?
Yeah, not
See, I am telepathic with Ashley because you just look at her and you know
You do
exactly what she's thinking.
not to engage in nonsense, but what to know to stay away from. Like if you meet somebody and however, would that make the other person
I was going to say, yeah.
or is it only like that gift is only for you?
That's only yours.
It's okay.
It's on your face.
It's like
exactly.
what
You don't need your mind.
I know.
What's the movie? What women want or whatever, when he could just like read women's minds or whatever. Like,
Funny.
yeah, I'm
It
like,
would
no.
just be what I could use to just stay away from people that I don't want to engage with. I would like to be.
I guess like I even think though with family, like people might think things from time to time that aren't really,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
But I think
things that come in that you don't.
But you would know that if you could read.
But would you want to know that?
I would not want to know. I want
Like
to
if
live
your
my
kids
own
are
little
so mad at
world.
you and
Yeah,
like
I
they're
don't
just like,
know
I'm
what
never
they're
talking to her
saying.
again. Da, da, da. Like, I don't know, just make them upset. But it's like, what?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, because then it stays with you, and it's like it was just like a fleeting thought that's like gone.
Yeah, I
you
wouldn't
know,
be
or
able to
like
let it
people who
go.
become, I don't know, like want to self harm or things like that. It's just like it's there, and then you don't think about it anymore. But if that person saw that, they would think about it all the time. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
All right,
I
I'll
don't know.
stick with just not being able to see things or
I don't want
or
to
move things.
I'd rather
or
not. Unless I can move
figuratively.
things, yeah. Hey, laundry, you know, like magic wand, laundry here.
Yes.
Put that
Wine
yes, you're
bottle
done.
here.
Yes.
Groceries.
I know.
Yes,
I
exactly.
need my Tito's. Here it comes.
Yes.
I would like to be able to control the weather.
Same.
Me too.
Now that one and fly.
We would
Said
be
I'd be
we'd
controlling
be
it
fighting each other
differently.
right now. Yes, yes.
That is so true. Yeah.
You'd all be freaking
Yeah.
amazing if like,
No, we would gang up on you.
We would gang up on you.
We would just
Yes.
push that
yes,
air.
9 months of heat in the year.
No.
Like, I only get 3.
As I call my son in Miami, and he's like, "Yeah, there's actually an 8 and a 1 somewhere in our, like."
We have a
There's
1
an 8.
and
And
an
I'm like,
8.
Yes, we do.
yes, but yours is the 8-1 and ours
Yeah,
is
ours
the
is
1-8.
the
That's
eight.
your problem.
I don't think it's been this cold since I moved here.
No, it's really
This
cold.
is really bad.
Last December.
I was like last December because
Last December was bad too.
But we did get down to the low teens.
I think we did because that's when our pipes
It was
burst.
pretty, yeah, a lot of people
Oh
had
my
their
God,
pipes
yeah,
first
like
then. I think it was maybe about the
massive.
same, but it was like
It's Christmas
for
Eve.
a little bit longer. But yeah, it was,
Yeah,
a lot of
it was-
people had their pipes burst.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I do not remember that. I thought this was the coldest ever. My poor parents are still here, and they're like, my dad is like, my nose was burning today when I took a breath in. I was
You're
like,
like-
well, you're not dressed for it.
Yes.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Go to Miami.
Happy.
Go to Miami.
You know, I think another fun segment would be, so you remember one of our favorite guests from for season 1, Tracy Andreessen, you know,
Oh yes.
she did, I thought it was really cute. She does like a weekly kind of broadcast for her practice, but she had her husband and another guy on talking about like what men like always wonder but like are too afraid to ask or whatever. I thought that'd be kind of fun.
I would
We should
love
do that.
that.
Mhm.
Her
That would be really
misconceptions.
cool.
And then if we fight, we have Dr. Pam here that can help
Yes,
us
that can mediate.
Who will just sit there and say,
I'll mediate and say, okay,
That's all
let's
for 10
you
minutes.
do that. Yes, exactly. No, I would have to jump in.
Fascinating because I mean, I do think that it's just what is it that men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely think differently.
1000%. How the fact that
Mhm.
women and men can stay together for so long.
I would love Ashley to be an intern in your office.
Oh my God! Can you even imagine?
I will Ashley should come in as a client for my interns. Will be like, I did not get a word in.
Oh my God!
It was awesome. She just talked all the time. I'm like,
Tell you
yes.
everything. Absolutely. I'll tell you exactly what you need to do to read me.
No, I just can't imagine a couple coming in or someone coming in and Ashley happened to just sit there with a neutral face.
That would never happen. No.
Oh yeah, poker face.
Oh, I don't have
You
one,
get so
which
good
is
at
why I don't gamble at all. Because I mean, seriously, the first 3 seconds, although it usually lasts a lot longer than that. You
Mhm.
can, I mean, my girls at the store laugh all the time at me when we might have someone that come in and it's just
I can fix that.
ridiculous. Yeah.
absurd.
Mhm.
And they're like, oh my God, it's right. It's like the first 3 seconds before I can shut it down. And I mean, it's just like either my eyes turn a gray color. I'm just rolling
Like,
in.
no.
I know.
I love that idea though. I think that's good.
That is
Questions.
so cool.
I think it would be amazing.
We could get questions from our male listeners too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
I
idea.
would love
Yeah.
that.
Females and
All right,
Yes.
male listeners.
I know.
Send us
We're-
questions.
ask us
We're
questions.
coming for you.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because we do have great male listeners.
I mean, too.
Or even
Yeah,
if
we
they sent
do.
in topics that they'd like us to discuss as well. That'd
Yeah.
be super cool.
Or topics
Yes.
for the year.
Yes.
Anybody can send in
Let's do
topics.
it.
What kind of
Yeah.
guests do you want to see?
Yep.
We're an open book.
We're
We
excited
are.
for season 2. I think it's
I
going to be a lot of fun. So,
know,
yes, we
too.
need people to send us topics, questions. We love having
Ideas.
I think it's cool that even though we're middle aged and we're middle aged women, that we've got young and old and male,
Mhm.
female, and
Everything in between.
Yes, everything in between. So I think it's cool that we've got a range of listeners, and we're grateful
We're
for another
doing life
season.
with
we
us. It's amazing.
Awesome. Well, here's
Cheers.
Yeah, well, Pamela,
Cheers.
cheers.
There we go. As
Cheers.
always,
Cheers.
we're already done.
Thank you for joining the ladies of the Middle Ageish podcast as they journey through the ups and downs of this not young, but definitely not old season of life. To hear past episodes or make suggestions for future episodes, visit www.middleageish.com. That's www.middleageish.com. You can follow along on social media at Middle Ageish. Also, if you have a moment to leave a review, rate, and subscribe, that helps others find the show, and we greatly appreciate it. Once again, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you in the next episode of the Middle Ageish podcast.